Hello there everybody and welcome back to Contrast. This should be the last video as we figure out how to climb the remainder of the lighthouse. We got up to the balcony here in the last video and we turned on the light. So all we need to do now is get this box over to the other side and onto the switch. So I'm going to start things off by dragging the box over to the wall and I'm going to place it over there before I operate the light system here. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom the light in right onto the box. Now I could have actually done this all in one step, but I wasn't thinking properly. What I should have done was grab the box the first time and phased into the wall and dropped it in the shadow immediately. But either way, it doesn't matter. You'll want to make sure that the light is right on the box so you can drag it upwards onto the next portion of the wall. And then once it's up there, if you take the light away, it will gradually just come out of the light and into the real world here. Make sure before you move on that you move the light onto that bulb so that we can control the second set of lights here. So go ahead and grab your box in the real world and then go ahead and shift into the shadow and drop it. And make sure you drop it just before the rotating wall, because if you drop it into the rotating wall by accident, obviously you'll drop it and you won't be able to complete this puzzle. Quickly grab the box with the light and drag it over to the other side. It should be one nice swift motion as soon as the wall is in place. And then once the box is over on the other side, go ahead and put the light into the next bulb. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Just a couple of swift motions to get this box over to the other side. And we can now drop it onto the switch over here. If I can get over this lip, that would be great. There we go. And before we start climbing, what you're going to want to do is actually turn around and you'll see our very last collectible in this room behind us. And it's sort of hidden actually, so make sure that you grab this. In this little area, it looks like an area with Vincenzo, and it actually looks like Dawn as well. It actually says that on the photograph. And that should be all of your collectibles. You'll get an achievement once you've grabbed all of them, and we only missed one in the game, and I did actually remember to go back for it. So if you've been following along, you shouldn't have missed any of these collectibles. You should have all of them, which kind of makes the game 100% complete, which is nice. And if you scroll back through them, you can see that our collectibles have a lot of different range. Some of them talk about Dawn and Vincenzo in the Shadow World. Some of them are about Dee Dee and her family. So it's nice to see a wide variety there. So now we can head back to the wall and we can start to climb. Obviously we want to shift into the shadow and climb up on these pipes, climb onto the beam, and start climbing the stairs.
Are you coming home?
The puzzle solving aspect of the game is now sort of over. And now we're just getting into platforming basically. It's just a climb up to the ending of the game.
After a few days, the princess got to wondering
Why our dad kept trying to give her away?
And now we're going to see some flashbacks of some of the game's events. And the nice thing about it is that the shadows will actually stop moving, and it makes it really easy for us to climb and to make our way up the remainder of the lighthouse.
You think you're gonna jitterbug your way back into our lives with a lot of sweet talk.
So all we have to do now is just follow the linear path, and the shadows will show us the way.
Johnny, your lips are moving.
me and my family.
And most of this, of course, is all
No Goodwill.
Dee Dee's family.
Maybe I need my family.
Going back to Johnny now and Kat, we were focused on Vincenzo for the later portion of the game, but now we're kind of going back to where it all started.
You're not even a real father.
And now we just have a really short and sweet climb up all of this kind of furniture, I guess you could call it, up onto the top of the lighthouse. And once you see the switchboard for the lights here, what you're going to want to do is shine it onto Vincenzo's stage down below. And we've magically teleported into the street, and now we're just going to watch some cutscenes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Vincenzo's Theater of the Unreal.
I got the lights on.
We'll talk about this after.
Ladies and gentlemen, a physicist named Albert Einstein tells us that our universe may not be the only one. There may be infinite others, each slightly different from ours. What are dreams in our world may be reality in those. To citizens of these other worlds, we are shadows. This appears to you to be an ordinary box, but it is actually what we call a tesseract, or an octocoron. Suppose I open it, not in the 3 dimensions we live in, but along its 4th dimension. I can take out surprising things, things that are familiar and yet strange. But in this world of shadows, what seems familiar may be dangerous. What you don't know can hurt you. But what frightens you can also turn into something of surpassing beauty if you only understand it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
And all that's left to do in the game is just to follow Dee Dee. This is pretty much the end. As soon as we follow her, we'll see the game's ending cutscenes.
What are you up to, Johnny? You're up to something, aren't you?
I tried, Kat. I really tried. Mom was right. I made a lot of promises I couldn't keep.
What is with you?
Without you, I'd be in the river.
But it worked out, Daddy.
I nearly got you hurt, kiddo.
You would have saved me if I needed it.
So sit back and enjoy the game's ending.
Enjoy the show?
I want you to meet the little girl who turned the lights back on.
You made the lighthouse work?
I fixed the puppet show, too. And the pirate ship.
You fixed the pirate ship?
It was only a little broken.
See? She's almost as smart as you. Of course, she's brave, too.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you're rich, famous, and afraid of a little girl.
What would you have me do, Mr. Fenris? Take her on my world tour? Take her to Shanghai and Istanbul and those other filthy and dangerous cities as some sort of apprentice? Is that what you came here to propose?
Daddy, no!
I don't know, just... Dee Dee deserves better. They both deserve better. They need you.
I think they need you.
Me? I'm a walking calamity.
No, Daddy, we
You
need
risked
you.
your life to be with them.
Johnny, what did you do?
He nearly got himself killed to get you back. I wouldn't do that for anybody.
But I'm just gonna keep screwing up.
I can help you fix things.
Would you take me back? For good?
Oh, Johnny.
Yay!
Would you like to see my workshop? Again?
Yeah.
I bet you get to Shanghai on your own steam.
But how?
Well, you'll figure something out. After all, you are my daughter.
How'd you do that? I thought only Dawn could do that.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? Thanks for taking care of Dee Dee.
Alright, that's it. So, if you've gotten all of the collectibles in the game and done the couple of secret achievements, you should have 100% of the game finished. The rest of the achievements are all just story-based. So this is a nice, fun, quick indie game. Like I said, I love the visuals, they're stunning. It's very sort of simplistic gameplay and puzzle solving when you break it down, but it's quite a unique concept that I quite enjoy. And this is a supremely easy game to speedrun too. If you're just skipping all of the cutscenes in this game, you can run through this in probably an hour or less. And if this is your first playthrough, it's not gonna take you any more than 2 hours to finish, I would say. So whether it's your first time or it's a repeat run through, it's a quick and easy game to finish. Like I said, it's available through many different consoles and systems. You can get it on the 360, you can get it on the One, the PS4, and the PC. And I do believe since We Happy Few came out, they actually dropped the price of this permanently, so it's cheaper than it used to be too, for those of you who haven't checked it out and maybe want to give it a whirl. So thanks for watching, everybody. It wasn't the cleanest playthrough in the world. I did make some mistakes, but even if you make mistakes in a game like this, you need to wander around a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't take you very long. I think this entire project is going to be like less than 10 parts. So that's it. Nice, short and sweet credit sequence. You're now back to the main menu. If you missed any collectibles, you can see kind of what you've missed here. They go in order by chapter. So if you're missing like the first 5 or 6, I would say to check the first act, the first couple chapters in the act. You know, in the middle is going to be Act 2, and then near the end is going to be Act 3. And like I said, once you've completed the game, you can see it breaks it down into nice, easy, manageable chapters. You can go back and start from somewhere and then just work your way back through for anything that you might have missed. And that's going to be it for me. Like I said, this was just a nice kind of follow-up project that I worked on. I wanted to give you guys something to watch while I think of something else that I want to play, hopefully a bigger project. But I like doing these nice, short and sweet things here and again. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully some of you will check this game out if it interests you. Hope you enjoyed my playthrough. Take care, everybody, and hopefully I will be seeing you in my next project.